Alright, what's good YouTube? Now I've been getting a lot of questions about my play style and my shot creator, whether it's how to do moves, what badges I'm using, all that stuff. And I know a lot of y'all actually want to see full on gameplay of how I play in twos and not just clips here and there. That way you can see how I combo moves and how I kind of go in between or back and forth between shot creator combos and somewhat of dribble god combos. Now I'm not by any means saying I'm a dribble god, because I'm not. I don't really know how to do a whole bunch of that stuff, but I do take pieces of what I do know and what I do see people do and then add it to my own game, especially since you kind of had to do that this year because the movement on the game was so weird. And as y'all can see, this very first game we're going up against a two-way slashing playmaker and a rebounded wing. Now this is probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest, lineup to guard, especially if the playmaker knows what they're doing, because I don't have a two-way build and I only have 5 defensive badges, so it's gonna be kind of difficult for me. The only thing that I will say does help me is that even though I don't have the badges, the way I made my build early on in the game, I do have the attributes, and plus my player is 6'5", because I didn't feel comfortable making the little midget player. And I played on my offensive threat, who is a 6'3" guy, and he has the badges. And honestly, I think it's better to have the player with the attributes, because even though he's 6'3", he has like clamps, tireless defender, intimidator, and I have rebound chaser on bronze. I still feel like I'm easier to get fried on that build than I am on this one. And I think it's because of the size. Like I don't know, the size, and I'm not sure if the weight matters, but it just feels like it does to me. So normally when I hop on twos, the first thing I want to try to do is get normally I'll try to get like a open 3, or if I can, I'll just take like the easy dribble pull up. I try to take specifically a shot going to like the right most of the time, because I don't know why it's easier for me to green that one than it is going to the left, and that way I can tell the latency of the game. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know why this is, and don't say it's my internet, all right, because I got good internet, all right. I'm paying for the top of the top, okay. Now for some odd reason in this game, for some odd reason in this game, when you play on twos, you could be on a 10-game win streak. First 10 games, you going smooth as can be, all right. You green it up, your player's moving fluid, all kind of stuff. For some reason, when you get to the 11th game, it don't matter who hops on to play you, your player will feel, it's possible your player could feel like mad slow, like you were never ever fast in your life. And I still to this day don't know why that is, okay. It's tough. So normally the very first shot, I want to take something I'm very familiar with, that way I can see what type of time we on with these releases, because the game is just weird like that. Now another reason why I wanted to post this was because I had a sub recently ask me about my play style and how to play the game and how I use these moves. So I did feel like when he was asking me these questions that it seemed like I do all of this super easy all the time. So in this first clip, I did want to show you guys that sometimes, bro, I do miss. Sometimes people do play good defense on me, but most of the time I do win. I have a great win percentage and all the other stuff. But I do want y'all to know, like, when you're learning how to play like a shot creator or just how to use the same moves that I do, it's not always going to work every single time, okay? Just like it wouldn't with any other dribble combo or anything else that you're doing, but you have to be smart about it. So you see, I'm playing this two-way playmaker. He's obviously pretty decent at defense. He's grabbing his nuts, doing all that weird stuff, right? But what I noticed was, for some reason, he could guard me going right way better than he can going left. Now I don't know if it's because he didn't expect me to take these shots, or because actually I have no idea what it was, honestly. But once I saw that, I just kept doing that. And that's something that you also have to realize and be smart about when you're playing this game, when you're playing somebody. He was in the game chat trying to talk me into doing other things, and it's just like, no bro, I'm gonna win. I'm just gonna beat you 21-0 and get you off my court. So whenever you're playing like this, make sure you're just making the smart moves and you're doing what's best for you. Now this game was a little bit different from the first one. On the first one, I wanted to show you guys that you do miss, and sometimes people do play really good defense on you. Now in this one, I'm gonna show y'all the other side of being an elite shot creator. Sometimes people just literally cannot keep up. So like I said in the first clip, I do try to take the standard 3 or the dribble pull up just to see what kind of latency we got. And here it was feeling good. All right, so now I'm feeling confident. And these guys were better than the ones that we played before. because we were watching these two on the sideline, and they play style was the same, but the little guard in the red, he was low-key nice. Like he was cooking. He knew what he was doing. So I did want to make sure they did not touch the ball again. Now here, I'm kind of doing a little bit of 3 hunting, because that's another thing that I like to do sometimes up until I get my takeover and I know I can green these shots whenever. So here I'll take that one again, take that fade to the left because that's what's open. But normally I try to three hunt until I get my takeover. And if I can't, Kel will like cut and he has the paint beast, and we'll roll with a little bit of RNG because either he's gonna dunk on you or sometimes he'll just get the lay-in right there. Or other times, if they both play up on me while I 3 hunt, I just throw him a lob. So here I got 9 points. I'm looking for another 3. You see it here, I finally get it, and now I got takeover. So when I get takeover, my motto or my thing is, bro, if you got shot creator to takeover, you need to use it for every shot. Whatever your takeover is, honestly, except for slashing. You might got to be a little bit smart about slashing. But you see right there, no, he cuts me off so I can't drop to the rim. So what you do, you got to take that step back on the baseline, and you'll see another clip of what you'll have the combo out of. So sometimes they're gonna give you the step back, you take that. But sometimes you take that step back and it looks open and it's not. You step it back and you run around and take a fade. It's literally that simple. It can go 2 ways. So either way, you're gonna get points, and your defender can't do anything to stop it. It's just on you to see if you're gonna be smart about what you're doing. So it's another reason why you gotta have Hall of Fame difficult shots. I don't care what nobody says, that badge is overpowered. So here I'm looking for it again. I'm looking for the fade or the step back. He comes up, so then I go back to the top of key and I take the fade. Make sure that you know how to time all the different dribble pull-ups if you do take shots like these, because if you don't, it's gonna be a little bit rough. So here I do it again. Look like I'm stepping back, go back to the fade from the baseline, because that time he thought I was going back to the top of the key to shoot another one, and I go behind the back and go back to the baseline. You got to switch it up, you got to play smart, and you got to outthink your opponent. And right here, I really just want to get the game over, so I green the shot, and that's pretty much it for them. So like I said, man, it can go either way. Either I'm gonna go crazy, 8 for 8, 3 for 3, or it's gonna be a little bit harder, but either way, most of the time I'm still gonna come out on top. So it's just all about your play style and how smart you are. Now for the real reason why I'm sure a lot of y'all actually came and clicked this video, I'm showing you guys my badges. So on finishing, this is pretty much what I've been using since about April. Fancy footwork gold is a must. Contact finisher on bronze is pretty good if you're not if you're like a decent dunker. So I'm all right. And slithery finisher is godly, trust me. I also like to use clutch shooter because it does come in handy, and I also use Deadeye for obvious reasons. Now I only use it on bronze, but as you can see, it's low-key overpowered. Now some of these shots I could probably hit without it, but I think the covered percentage would be a lot higher than it was now. So either I'll do clutch shooter and Deadeye bronze, or sometimes I'll do both, or I'll just do Deadeye on silver. And right here, obviously, I made a whole video about this. Range extender is the most overpowered badge in the game. Like, to be able to just not even be a sharp and take shots like this, like I said, man, 3 hunting is mad easy, and honestly it's probably like one of the best ways to score, because who honestly feels like guarding you all the way out here because you're willing to take shots like this? So if you get your timing down, it's gonna make it a lot easier, especially on threes. You're probably more likely to shoot from deep on threes. Most of the time people rim running too, so it just depends on your play style. Now for playmaking, I've been using ankle breaker on silver. Now it sounds crazy, but well, I guess how do I put it? I think it's worth using. I think it works. Now there's really not a whole bunch of playmaking badges to use, but for some reason when I do snatchbacks now, I get an ankle breaker literally every time. So if I'm just late to the party because I wasn't spamming them like that, please let me know. But now that I play with an inside big, so I don't really need dimer. You don't need Lob City passer, and I don't know. I just been like look at that. Like, that was so nice. I wanted to shoot it myself. I know Kel was open, but he understood. Okay. And then I also use bailout because sometimes, like I showed you guys in the first clip, people will come play good defense on you and contest you. So sometimes you do need that just to help you out a little bit. And a lot of times with me and Kel, since he's inside, I'll drop to the rim and then pass to him on a cut, and he has a wide open lane if they both commit to me. And then lastly, for my defensive badges, I'm using clamps on gold, which I think everybody in the world is. And I use tireless defender on silver still. And that's just because I feel like the stamina is so bad, and like if you're playing a dribble guy, you're gonna be chasing them around for a while, so you need that little whatever extra stamina, going through screens, all that kind of stuff, getting beat up by Bruiser. You need all of that. So that's pretty much all my badges. I hope this rundown did help you guys. It's not really as in depth as it normally is, but it's August 15th, man. So I hope this did help y'all. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Peace.